Hello, Solo Travelers, and welcome to another episode right here on your channel, The Solo Traveler. This is my last video for 2022, but before anything, I want to thank each and every one of you for your continuous support. For this video, I want to share my top 5 destinations in Dominican Republic to party on New Year's Eve. These destinations are in no particular order. They are based on my experience because I've been to each of these destinations for New Year's Eve. What I'm going to be doing is basically providing the destination or the city or town and a brief description of that destination. I'm going to be sharing basically what the New Year's Eve environment or scene is like. I'm not going to go into specifics like which club or resort or venue you should go to because I don't know what you like. And quite frankly, that's going to make the video a lot longer. Anyways, without further ado, here are my top 5 destinations in Dominican Republic to party on New Year's Eve. We're going to start with the capital city, Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo, what I like is that being the capital is like a mix of locals, tourists, and expats. You can go solo or with friends and family, and not so much with kids for New Year's. And you have nearby, if you want to hit the beach, you have Juan Dolio and Boca Chica, which are beach towns, so that way you don't have to go to Punta Cana. Both Juan Dolio and Boca Chica offer many nearby spots for partying, along with some hotels. Now, many hotels in Santo Domingo have New Year's Eve parties, and with open bar too. I know the Hotel El Embajador has a New Year's party with an open bar. You just have to get a ticket. I do have to warn you, if you're going to party in Santo Domingo, I suggest that you work on your merengue and bachata dancing skills, all right? Speaking of hotels, they also have surprisingly low rates for during those days. You can find, I know the Sheraton, it's maybe about $80 a night, for example. So that's just one. But also there are many Airbnbs available at pretty good rates as well. You can, being Santo Domingo, you can find a New Year's party pretty much anywhere. What I don't recommend is driving during these days, especially at night, because of all the problems with drinking and driving in Dominican Republic. Also, there are many nightclubs. Among my favorites are Quora, La Sahara, and Jet Set. The next destination is a pretty popular one, Punta Cana. Now, Punta Cana is, basically more for tourists. You can also party by the beach. A lot of resorts do host, they host parties that go well into the morning, actually, with open bar for everyone. In Punta Cana, you'll be fine if you go solo or traveling with friends or family. If you're staying at a resort that's hosting a New Year's party, most times is your rate, whatever you're paying, nightly rate you're paying to stay at a hotel will get you into the party or the event that evening. So your rate is included. Just make sure you ask when you're checking in. Punta Cana is easy to get to your hotel from the airport, and the good thing is that if you don't speak Spanish, most people speak English, French, and of course, Spanish. Now, for a quieter per se, for a quieter New Year's Eve, you can head down to Cap Cana, which is south of the airport. And then being in Punta Cana and being a tourist destination, there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of activities. All right. The next destination is Samana. Samana is just beautiful. Like Punta Cana, it's all about the beaches, but it's more family oriented and quieter. You're not going to get the crowded party scene that you'll find in Punta Cana or Santo Domingo. You can find seclusion or privacy, or if you prefer places with many people for New Year's. However, wherever you go in Samana, it's not going to be super crowded. Is a good destination to go with family and friends, and if you have like a large group, you can easily rent an apartment for 10 people and have a huge party if you like, without worrying about noise complaints. All right. If you're staying at a resort or hotel, contact them to inquire about whatever New Year's plans they have, or you can ask them for a recommendation as to where to go for that evening. The next destination is Puerto Plata. Now, Puerto Plata, it's more like, for single people, especially men. And do I really have to say why? I don't think so. You have a good party scene because you also have Sosua and Cabarete, like basically next to Puerto Plata. It's a decent nightlife. Although it cannot compare with its golden age during the 80s, but there's a lot of fun to be had. Just basically show up in Puerto Plata, and more than likely you'll find out where the party is at. There are many places and clubs available, especially in Cabarete. There's also, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, there's a good mix of locals and expats alike. So you don't have to worry about, I'm unable to speak Spanish and whatnot. And finally, the last destination is the city of Santiago. Santiago, that's south of Puerto Plata. It's about 45 minutes. Now, Santiago is the second biggest city in Dominican Republic behind the capital, Santo Domingo. There are many places available for the New Year's Eve. I like one of my favorites is Ahí Bar, and pretty much any clubs nearby the monument. All you have to do is say Monumento, and everyone knows where it is. It's surrounded by bars and clubs, so that's a pretty cool spot. Now, Santiago, it's more of for locals, which can be nice if you wanna know the culture more, if you want to party with locals, and to be honest, it's also more affordable than the previous cities that I mentioned. You can easily rent an apartment in Santiago or stay in many of the hotels that the city has to offer. Just like in Santo Domingo, I don't necessarily recommend driving due to the traffic and the number of people that are drinking and driving during these festivities. Because it's not so much a tourist destination per se. Spanish will help a lot, because most people in Santiago only speak Spanish. But the party scene is decent and it's relatively safe. I do recommend going with a friend or a family, since most people hang out in groups when they go out, and again, most people speak only Spanish here. If you're going solo, and you want some company, just go ahead and open up Tinder, and you'll find company really quick. All right, if you know what I mean. So, anyways, that'll be it. That was, my top 5 destinations in Dominican Republic to party on New Year's Eve. If you have any questions, comments, just use the comment section below. And, I want to, again, thank each and every one of you for your support. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and wishing you all the best. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, safe travels, my friend.